The Ashland community came together raising money for two men whose lives were tragically cut short. 30-year-old Manuel and 27-year-old Luis Garcia Salas were in Ashland visiting when they were gunned down last Saturday morning. Northern News Now's Jack Wiedner tells us how a local restaurant brought hundreds together to make sure the brothers make it to their final resting place.
In the wake of a shooting, Taqueria La Monarca opened its doors for a fundraiser.
Tragically, last weekend, we lost two members of our extended La Monarca family.
Manuel and Luis Garcia Salas, both from the Eau Claire area, were in Ashland to visit the brother Ricardo Garcia. Early last Saturday morning, police discovered they had been killed.
They didn't ask for this. I mean, they were only up here as tourists, come to visit their brother, and unfortunately this sad thing has happened to them.
Now, Ricardo and his family are raising funds to lay his brothers to rest at their family plot in Mexico. Ricardo works at La Monarca, and on Sunday, the restaurant hosted a fundraising event to help.
And that's what we're all here today for, is to help these people get their family and loved ones home. And I think that's one of the biggest things that we can do as a community to help these people.
Locals flooded into La Monarca to buy food, raffle tickets, and above all, to support a family in mourning.
Being in a small town, it affects us. You know, it's not like it was just some name, you know. I mean, the people, we know the people who were surrounded by it.
The outpouring of support was more than La Monarca's owners had expected.
We went through 1,000 tamales in about 20 or 25 minutes, and everyone was just donating very generously. We really hope that you know, if anything remotely positive can come out of this senseless tragedy, is just that you know, the community can come together and show that you know, loving each other is stronger than hate and violence.
Manuel and Luis's GoFundMe will be open for donations until they reach their $30,000 goal. Those close to the family say the most important thing to do right now
is just, you know, reach out to a neighbor and yeah, show your love for each other. That's all we're asking.
In Ashland, Jack Wiedner, Northern News Now.
And Mel and Luis's GoFundMe has raised about $23,000 so far. Now, this is a story we've been covering over the course of this week. For more information about the suspect authorities took into custody in connection to this case, you can visit our website.